It's 2021. The whole world is still catching its breath from the pandemic. People are losing jobs, taking pay cuts, and watching prices rise on everything from gas to eggs. Meanwhile, Elon Musk, the richest man on Earth at the time, just sold billions worth of Tesla stock. The headlines explode. Elon Musk paid $0 in federal income tax in 2018. Wait, what? That's not a typo. A man worth over $200 billion paid nothing in federal income tax 1 year. And people across America struggling with rent and student loans are left asking, how is that even legal? Here's how. Elon didn't break the law. He understood it. He didn't evade taxes. He used corporations, debt, write-offs, and the very tax codes that the wealthy helped design. You see, while most people trade time for money and get taxed before they even see their paycheck, the rich earn through assets and spend money before the government gets a cut. That's not cheating. That's playing the game. In today's video, we break down one of the most powerful and most misunderstood chapters of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Chapter 4, The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. This chapter is about why taxes were originally sold as a way to punish the rich, but ended up hurting the middle class. How corporations became the rich person's ultimate shield, and how emotions like fear and greed keep 90% of people stuck in a system they don't even understand. If you've ever thought, I work hard, I pay my taxes, why am I still broke? This chapter answers that question. And spoiler alert, the system isn't broken. It's working exactly how the rich designed it. So grab a drink, silence your phone, because after today, you'll never look at your paycheck or your taxes the same way again. The Robin Hood lie. Remember the story of Robin Hood? Steal from the rich, give to the poor? Most of us were raised to think he was the good guy. But Rich Dad, he had a different take. He said Robin Hood was a crook. Because when governments try to take from the rich and give to the poor, it's usually the middle class who ends up footing the bill. In the early days of America, there were no income taxes. People only chipped in for wars like the Civil War or the Revolution. But then came the 16th Amendment in 1913, and income tax became permanent. But here's the twist. The pitch was, let's tax the rich. The result? The middle class pays the most today. That's right. If you're an upper middle class school teacher, engineer, or even a tech worker in Austin, you might be paying more taxes than Jeff Bezos. Dad versus dad, government versus capitalist. Robert had two dads. One was highly educated, a government guy who believed taxes helped people. The other, Rich Dad, was a businessman who said, the government gets paid to spend. I get paid to save. Think about it. Your W-2 job pays you. Taxes are deducted first. A corporation earns, spends, and is taxed on what's left. Rich Dad knew how to play the game. Poor Dad followed the rules and lost. Let's bring in a modern example. Kylie Jenner, self-made billionaire? Maybe, but definitely tax smart. Her cosmetics business runs under a corporation, so she gets to write off photo shoots, product samples, and even some travel costs. Meanwhile, your tax refund disappears the second you buy groceries. Why the rich created corporations? So what exactly is a corporation? Not a big glass building, not a CEO in a corner office. A corporation is a legal structure, a document in a folder, giving you the power to control assets without owning them. Let's go back in time. During the age of sailing ships, rich folks would fund risky voyages by pooling money into a corporation. If the ship sank, they lost only what they invested. not their whole fortune. Fast forward to now. Corporations are the ultimate financial armor. Why do the rich love corporations? Limited liability. They're protected from lawsuits. Huge tax advantages. Control everything. Own nothing. Rich Dad said, "The rich don't own things. They control them." Imagine you own nothing. Your house, your car, your yacht are all under your company's name. If someone sues you, you've got nothing to lose. That's legal magic. Greed versus fear, the American trap. Rich Dad told young Robert, "The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have money, work for them." This is where greed and fear come in. Most people work jobs out of fear. Fear of not paying bills. Fear of losing health care. Fear of losing that paycheck. So they stay in the rat race. They get a raise, buy a new car, more money, bigger house. And the taxes? They creep up like a silent thief. Now let's take a look at someone like Taylor Swift. She's not just an artist. She's a brand. And brands are corporations. Her tours? Corporations. Her merch? Corporations. Every tour stop, a tax write-off. Meanwhile, your concert tickets? Just expenses. Rich Dad's warning. The government will always need more money. And when they do, they won't go after the rich. They'll go after you, the educated middle class. Because the poor have no money. The rich have legal shelters. And you have a paycheck. How corporations shield the rich. Here's how it works. The employee model. Earn, pay taxes, spend what's left. The corporation model. Earn, spend, pay taxes on what's left. That's why Rich Dad turned everything into company expenses. Vacations? Business meetings in Hawaii. Car? Company vehicle. Gym membership? Wellness program. Meals? Client lunch. It's not illegal. It's legal financial intelligence. And that's the twist. Most people fear the IRS because they don't understand it. The rich don't fear it. They outsmart it. Don't hate the player. Learn the game. The real lesson? Financial IQ. Rich Dad didn't just teach how to earn. He taught how to protect and multiply money. The tools? Accounting. Know your numbers. Investing. Make money work. Understanding markets. Know supply and demand. Use it to your advantage. Financial IQ isn't about being good at math. It's about using knowledge. Rich Dad said, "You can pay for your kids' college with a real estate deal, not with a 529 plan." It's not about earning more. It's about earning smarter. In fact, Robert's wife bought her Mercedes only after their apartment properties generated the cash flow to pay for it. It wasn't a liability. It was a reward. So the next time someone says the rich should pay more taxes, remember, they probably won't, because they know how not to. If you want to stop being afraid, stop being stuck, and start playing the game the rich play, you need to think like a capitalist, not a stock.